This freaking sucks. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to another video. Usually I do these like jokey videos about like news stories because like who cares? Like you can get your news stories from people anywhere else besides me. But this one I actually really wanted to talk about. This really sucks, and I didn't read this article yet. So article? Did I just say article? Anyway, PlayStation shuts down Demon Souls and of course Shadow of Colossus remake. They also did the Uncharted trilogy that came out, the collection. Bluepoint Games, of course. Which we're all wondering what's going on with them because, as this says right here, they had a God of War live service game, which I actually totally forgot about. But I forgot that I knew they were doing a live service game. I forgot it was God of War. But it got canceled. I actually totally forgot it got canceled. So I think we were all wondering where they were at the state of play. At least I was. I think some other people were. Like, oh, I thought maybe they would have something here. Like, I thought maybe the live service God of War game or whatever live service game they were working on at the time was going to be like a side thing, and we'd get something here. Like, oh, okay, Bluepoint will probably show itself. Yeah, I hate the video game industry. So it seems like PlayStation shut them down. They're gone. So this comes from Bloomberg, so it's most likely true, which confirmed the news with PlayStation. Yeah, roughly 70 employees are going to be impacted by the closure when it officially occurs next month. Bluepoint gives it an incredibly talented team, and their technical expertise has delivered exceptional experiences for the PlayStation community, but fuck them. A PlayStation spokesperson told Bloomberg, "We thank them for their passion, creativity, and craftsmanship. We asked them to make some shit nobody wanted, a live service God of War game, when they could have been making their own game," which I thought I heard they were working on their own IP, or a remake of some sort. I would have loved an Eco remake or a fucking Metal Gear Solid remake, which was the rumor for a little while. But no, you had to force them to work on a fucking God of War live service. No one wants a live service God of War game. The only live service game based on a PlayStation franchise anybody wanted was that Last of Us one, and they didn't even really want it to be a live service. They just wanted the multiplayer factions. That's it. That is all. I don't know what fucking world PlayStation lives that they think, oh yeah, God of War live service. You know, man, why don't you release your other live service games first, like fucking Marathon and that shitty ass looking Horizon game, before you start like, oh, it's gotta be God of War. God of War's gotta be one too. I'm assuming that's why this remake just got announced, the remake trilogy. Which don't get me wrong, I'm excited for that. Hopefully it stays accurate, but the sex mini games, don't be a pussy. Anyway, according to a previous report by Bloomberg, Bluepoint was working on a live service God of War game. I just don't understand why. When the project, you misspelled a word, and you're on the internet. I will remember this until the day I die. When the project was canceled, the studio then spent last year pitching new projects, but ultimately was shuttered before it could get one moving. So they weren't working on IP. I could have sworn I heard they were working on their own thing. Whatever. It was founded in 2006, former Retro Studios. Dude, it's been a bad few months for Retro. Like Metro Prime 4 was iffy, and now this, damn. And proceeded to work on a number of PlayStation games, including several. Yeah, they did God of War Collection, of course. They did Metal Gear Solid. I forgot they did that. Uncharted, of course. Also served as support for Titanfall and Flower and PlayStation All-Stars. I didn't know that. But Bluepoint's claim to fame was 2018 remake of Shadow of Colossus, which I think is great, by the way. I can't believe it was only 2 years later than they had the Demon Souls remake. That's actually crazy. Wasn't until after they acquired... Stop acquiring things and then fucking close them down. I'm looking at fucking you, Microsoft. And PlayStation. Now, fuck you too. I'm waiting. Kumbaya. Anyway, under Sony's management, Bluepoint did some co-development work on God of War Ragnarok. Okay, I didn't know that. But otherwise did not release or announce any new games. Oh, that's it. That's the end. Still think this is the best game on PS5. I mean, it's great. It's a great looking game too, especially. I mean, it probably is still... I remember when I looked at Demon Souls Remake and I was like, this is the first game that they showed where I'm like, I could see this not running this well on a PS4. You know? And I know Last of Us Part 2 came out the same year and it probably does look better than Demon Souls. But Demon Souls, correct me if I'm wrong, ran at 60 frames, right? It had a performance mode at least. And it looked really great and performed very well from what I remember. And Last of Us did not. I mean, it had a issue, it had a hard time sticking to that 30 frames, at least from what I played on PS4. It was obviously better on PS5, but and now it's 60 frames and stuff. So yeah, but at the time, it's an amazing looking game, and it plays well too. I know a lot of people were like, it changed too much from the original, which I'm making the stupid guy voice, but that's totally fine to actually think that. But me, I never had a personal like. I never played the original. I never did. I don't think I ever even tried. Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, all these, Elden Ring. I played all those games. I even played Kingsfield at one point. But I don't think I've ever touched Demon Souls. At least I don't think so. Anyway, the original I'm talking about. I played the remake. So anyway, I thought they did such a great job with Shadow Colossus also. I know some people were saying the same thing. It kind of lost a little of its visual, identity, which I get it. But I think what they had instead was good on its own, as its own thing. And the original's still there. You can still play the PS3 version, or the PS2 version, of course. This sucks, because I actually really like Bluepoint. I mean, I think remakes are good. Is there too many of them? Maybe. I wouldn't disagree with. But I think there's great potential for remakes of games that need remakes. So I was hoping like their next game they would remake would be like something that kind of needs it. Not Metal Gear Solid, but like, I don't know. I was thinking like even go back and say, fuck it, like remake a Kingsfield game or something. And I'm sure people will say you don't need to remake that. I most likely you don't. But like it would still be cool to see something like that. Like an old game, like a PS1 game, or even like shit, go even further back. Fuck it, get some of those like old 3D games on PC and remake those, Remake Doom. All right, don't do that. Anyway, remake the original Wolfenstein. Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Wait, what was it called? Wolfenstein 3D? Return to Castle Wolfenstein 3. We do that. Or wait, no, Return to Castle Wolfenstein's the Xbox game, right? Nah, I just confused myself. Wait, hold on. Anyway, but, yeah. It's so funny. This keeps happening. A showcase will be great, and then something like a few days or a week later will just like kind of tarnish it a little bit. I know this has nothing to do with the state of play because there was no Bluepoint there. But like after that, and also getting to play that God of War Sons of Sparta game, I'm a little bit less hyped about that state of play. I think it still was a really great state of play. Very hype at the time. But like Sons of Sparta is like, it's fine. I think it's like a 7 out of 10. Yeah, now having this happen immediately a week later just kind of makes me think of PlayStation as a brand a little less. So just, that's just it. The same thing with Microsoft. Microsoft is like at like really low. It's as Red Letter Media would say, it was right next to fucking dinosaur bones. But anyway, Nintendo doesn't close studios, I guess, right? You can say what you will about them. When was the last time they closed a studio? Watch it go close a studio in like 10 minutes. It could be an announcement they closed down like Retro or something. Like, oh, fuck. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't happen. Because even though Metroid Prime 4 was, I have hope Retro could pull it through. Huh? Come on. Pull it together. Make up an updated version of Metroid Prime 4 that gets rid of the fucking open world stuff. Because I only played a little bit of that stuff. And I'm like, good fuck, I'm already sick of it. And tell Miles to shut his fucking mouth.